Hey guys, this episode is going to be very special. If you have watched my video for a long time, you'll know that right now, at this very moment, I have reached a very special and far landmark on YouTube. I remembered I started my YouTube channel for about 3 years ago. And if you watch my 3 years ago videos, it's so cringy and it's so weird. But basically, it's just my 8 years old self talking and just sharing my experiences about English on YouTube. And my YouTube channel, even though it's not very popular, it is just a normal YouTube channel, and just my very close friends know about this YouTube. But I think it has gone very far because I have just reached 10,000 subscribes. To me, it's a very big number, honestly, because even though 1,000,000 subscribes or even 100,000 subscribes is a very far landmark for me to reach, but I think 10,000 is a very big number for an amateur like me, because I know nothing about expanding my YouTube channel. I know nothing about how to make videos that will attract other, viewers. Because I know that those videos sometimes will not attract a lot of viewers. But it is just my passion to share about my YouTube and my English learning experiences on YouTube. So I think that 10,000 is a very big number for me. And to celebrate it, I made this special video to help you learn English vocabulary better. Okay, and today's topic is stop memorizing English vocabulary. Do you actually learn through rote memorization? So what is rote memorization? Rote memorization, actually in Vietnamese, học thuộc lòng, is very common, right? Because in rote memorization, we kind of like learn it by heart. We just learn it over and over again, keep repeating the same phrases. Because rote memorization appeared not only in English, but also in Vietnamese literature. Because not all schools, but in some schools, teachers, they will allow the students to write their own essay, and student will have to learn the essay, an entire essay by heart. And in the, teachers, they will just give out the essay already, like about 3 or 4 essays. And in the real exam, students will be prepared. They will be freshly prepared because they know that which essay will be on the test. So all they did is write a perfect essay and remember them through rote memorization and just slap it on the exam, and they got 9 or 10 marks so easily. So that's exactly in learning English. I see that the method nowadays, teachers and even some students, they learn new words through repeating the same word over and over again, and just keep writing it 10 times, 12 times, 11 times. I actually experienced this before. Because once, I remember during my very old English classes long time ago, and every single classes, we learned around 50 words in 2 hours. And for homework, each word, we will have to write each word for maybe 2 lines, like means 20 times, 30 times, 40 times each word is totally normal. Now you may think that, okay, if I write so much, will I be able to remember the vocabulary? Actually, no. Not a single student remember how to even spell the word. And they don't even remember the meaning and the usage of the word. That's a big problem. Because nowadays, teachers, They think that if students, they keep repeating and writing it over and over again, it will help them to learn better. Instead, it's quite the opposite. And that's why in today's video, I will tell you some reasons why you should stop learning, like memorizing vocabulary, and what are some ways that can help you learn vocabulary faster and quicker. So let's get started. Okay, reason number 1 is lack of context. Lack of context. Why do I say this? Memorizing words without understanding their meanings and usage makes it difficult to effectively use them in real-life situations. Because let me ask you, when you write again over and over and over again the same word, let's say the word is ubiquity. Yes, this is the word I just learned. This is like true. I just learned the word ubiquity yesterday. And I have no idea what the word meant. So what did I do? Did I write the word over and over again to remember how to spell them? Did I just remember by heart and did not practice the word? No. Actually, I write the word in this little piece of note paper, ubiquity. It means the fact of appearing everywhere or of being very common. So ubiquity means common, right? It's the same as common. So I write this in here and I stick it on my desk right away. So every time I sit on my desk, I look the word, oh, ubiquity. I know this word and I remember them. Instead of writing it over and again in your notebook and just put it somewhere and never open it again. It's useless writing it again. Because if you actually write it over again and you actually summarize and review it, it's okay. But the fact is that not a lot of people actually open the notebook and review it again. That's the issue. So instead, you should read and practice through exercise. Read some, blog post, some news, or books, because there are a lot of websites for you to read news. Like CNN News, Vietnam News, The Economist, The New Yorkers, National Geographic, the Street World Journal, Harvard Business Review, BBC News. Yes, I just tell you a lot of websites for you to read news every single day. And trust me, it's very effective for you to read news every single day and note down some words you don't understand. Because through that, you're actually learning in context. So that's the reason why memorizing vocabulary means lack of context. And practice exercise is also a very good way. For example, if you learn destination, you will see that each vocabulary unit, they have tons of vocabularies, tons of idioms, tons of word formation. It's kind of impossible even for me to learn all of that. But in each unit, they will have some exercises for you to know how to use this word so that you can remember the usage and the meaning of the word. So remember, read is key and practice exercise too. All right, reason number 2, limited retention. What does this mean? Memorized words are often forgotten quickly if not applied and reinforced regularly. It's true. I just mentioned in reason number 1 is that if you just learn the word and write in your notebook once and never look back, then let me say to you, you will never remember that. So instead, one way to practice new vocabularies is to write them on a sticky note like me. Like the word ubiquity right here. And after, you may ask, what if we have too many sticky notes? Nah, when you remember the word, you can, throw it away or put it in a special box too. and you will replace them with a new batch. Or you can learn 2 or 3 related words and use those words throughout your day to describe some aspects of your daily life or make some sentences. So this exercise will help you to remember the word, because if you just memorizing words like in rote memorization and never look back, then you will forget it without, practicing and reinforce regularly. So instead, you don't need to learn 50 words every single day. I think 5 to 10 words every single day is enough. The key here is learn it every single day. Because, I think we'll discuss this in the later reason. I will not go ahead of myself. But, yes, so you will learn 2 to 3 words and use that to describe some aspects of your daily life or make some sentences. Reason number 3 is that inefficient learning method. This is an outright inefficient learning method. Why? Because it focuses on rote memorization, which I just explained in the beginning of the video. And it does not actively engage with the language, right? Because if you just, remember them and never practice them exercises, that's not really learning, is it? That's just rote memorization. It's not actively engage with the language. So instead, I recommend you to watch some real-life English conversation. I love watching some real-life English conversation. And I myself watch them a lot since a long time ago, and I still watch them. So there are some movies like Friends, or How I Met Your Mother, or Extra. 3 movies I recommend watching, and all of those are real-life English conversation. We have Friends, we have Extra. I love watching Extra. And we also have How I Met Your Mother. 3 series of them. Or if you don't want to watch movies, you can just type on the internet or on YouTube real-life English conversations, and they will appear a lot of episodes for you. But I think I recommend you watching Extra because it's not a very long series. Friends and How I Met Your Mother are kind of long series, but it depends on you. So I recommend watching real-life English conversations, and there's actually a YouTube channel which I recommend watching. Is Learning English Through TV Series. Yes, Learning English Through TV Series. I recommend this YouTube channel because they will actually show you some short video clips. And in each phrases, in each expressions, and in each word, they will stop and they will explain them very carefully for you. So yeah, Learning English Through TV Series is a very good YouTube channel to watch. I recommend you watch that. Because for real-life English conversation, 2 steps to learn through real-life English conversation. Step number 1 is to watch it the first time and stop whenever there's an expression or a word that you don't understand and search for the meaning. And just absorb, immerse yourself through watching. And step number 2 is watch again to see if you actually understand the word now without the meaning. So real-life English conversation is really efficient. Okay. Reason number 4, which is lack of enjoyment. You know that enjoyment, nourishment is very important in learning English, because without motivation, without goals, without enjoyment, it's actually impossible to even learn a language, even learn a skill, not get alone English, right? Because, learning list and list of words, 50 words every single day, is impossible even for a genius. Not even if you can actually learn it, it can make you, unhappy, and you're not really interested in the language, and you can give up easily on your English journey too. So instead, try using, like you can actually use some, I said that learning 5 to 10 words is enough, right? And every day you learn 5 to 10 words, and the next day you learn another, and make sure you review the word from yesterday. So you already have 20 words already. And how many words can you learn in a year? Let's actually do the calculation. Okay, where's my calculator? Okay, I got it right here. Let's do the calculation. If one day you learn, let's say it's just 5 words. I just like 5 words. And there are 365 days. You can actually have 1,825 words in a year. That's a lot of words. Like not alone like some other words that you learn through through some other things too. So you will have like nearly 2,000 words in a year, and that's a lot if you actually stick to your plan. The key here is patient. Stick to your plan is patient. Because even if you learn 5 words each day, but you just, like you're bored and you're sick of it, and you give up it already the next day, that plan, this number, 1,825, will never reach, right? So yes, like learn about 5 to 10 words each day and try to use the new words throughout the days in various situations. Like when you learn, today I learned the word ubiquity. I learned elated. I learned the word nourishment. A lot of others as well. And I try to use them in daily life conversation when I interact with my friends or, practice speaking English with my relatives maybe. And I try using that. In that way, it will actually, like when I try to use the word in daily life situation, I will have to constantly looking for creative ways to use the word, right? I learned the word ubiquity. It means common. So in a conversation, I will have to find if there's a blank I can fill in with the word ubiquity. So it will actually help me to be more creative when I learn, and it will actually be more fun that way. Okay. And last reason over here is overemphasis on quantity over quality. Quantity and quality are 2 different concepts. What is quantity and what is quality? Quantity is the amount of words you learn, and quality is the effectiveness of the word that you learn. I would rather choose quality over quantity. What's the point of learning 50 words and you remember them, but you forget it? Then learning 5 words, but you can remember them for the rest of your lives. I would choose learning 5 words, but I remember them instead of learning 50 words, but never can remember. It's short-term memory. Learning 5 words each day is long-term memory, but learning 50 words each day is actually short-term memory. Maybe you remember them for that day, but you'll forget it entirely the next day. That is only short-term memory. So, I would tip on this is that you learn a word. For example, I learned ubiquity, and I will try to find some synonyms for ubiquity, like common. I just found the word common is a synonym, right? It's actually very simple to learn synonym. Just type on Google ubiquity synonym, and there are tons of synonyms for you. This way, it will help you to absorb and learn the language in a more natural way. So yes, okay. I guess those are just 5 reasons along with 5 ways to learn English vocabulary effectively. I hope you enjoy. And yes, I will congratulate myself on the 10,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me on my YouTube journey. See ya!